ask me if you don't want to hear it. Anyways, all right.
So, welcome to our first...
You already pressed play?
Yeah, I already pressed play.
What the fuck? All right, fine.
What the fuck? Okay, anyway. Welcome to the first bourbon review of 2022. 2022. Yeah.
So, hi. My name is Jessica. I drink a whole bunch of bourbon. He used to never drink bourbon, and I forced him into enjoying it. We have been drinking bourbon pretty religiously for several years now. I've taken him through a whole bunch of different options, so now we're going to start actually logging our experiences and what we take away from each bourbon we try. Now, right now we do have a couple of bottles that are open that we will never again see in our life. And because of which we are going to go ahead and sample those ones, and I'm sorry that we're not breaking the seal with you today. It's just that, yeah, we already decided to drink it and partake in it, enjoy it for what it was worth, and
delicious.
Now deciding to go about this. So, for our first bourbon that we're ever going to attempt to do this with is going to be the Stellum. Now this is the Black Label bourbon here. So Stellum is a newer distillery. They haven't been around very long. It was originally founded by some guy named Joe. Very easy to remember just because it's a Joe Schmo. But Stellum is an interesting distillery because they get their product from 3 different states. One is, let's see, they get it from Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. All sorts of different barrels. I believe that their regular bourbon has a slight Scotch. Sorry, not Scottish. I haven't ate Scottish people, I promise. A slight Scotch taste to it. You know, just going off on that peaty, that really sweetness, kind of appley sort of taste. But since this is their Black Label, it is aged an additional amount of time. And other than it being aged extra, I really don't know of any difference with it. I do have to say, though, as far as their Black Label here, it's 109.22 proof. Think that their regular Stellum bourbon is, 102, 103?
What is that one?
What did I just say? 109?
I believe the regular is 114.
Oh, shit, it was in the teens, wasn't it? It was like 112. It's not 114. I don't think so anyways.
$114.
All right, never mind. I'm going to eat that. All right. Yep, it's 114. But since we have some more of this Black Label, like I was saying earlier, this Black Label probably will never see again. As far as I have heard, this stuff is a one-time release. They did a Black Label rye and a Black Label bourbon. I personally have tried both. In my personal opinion, the rye is a lot better, but we'll save that until after we buy a bottle of the rye and show you guys how it is. But for the here and now, we'll go ahead and sample this one and let you know what all sort of notes we get from it. Kampai. So right off the nose, you don't really get a whole lot. It's not overwhelming.
Very subtle.
Very subtle. You get that slight barley smell, a little bit of corn, tiny bit of toastedness, like almost hazelnutty. And then you get some caramel, but not much.
Just so you all know, I'm really bad with trying to describe flavors. So, for the most part, she's going to be describing most of this to you all. I'll just nod my head and agree.
My profession is to drink and give tasting notes, so
My profession
makes
is not that.
it easier for me to figure this out.
I don't do that. So you're ready for a sip?
Just try it. No, whenever it first hits the tongue, it's buttery and super smooth. And you get more of those sweet notes. But then right whenever you go to let it lay on your tongue to swallow it, you get more of that singe coming off of your taste buds. And
yeah, it kind of dances on the tongue a little bit without trying to sting it at all. It's not really until after you swallow is whenever there's like, what would you call it? It's like as soon as you swallow, it's like...
I'm not gonna lie, as soon as you swallow it, mellows out for me completely. That singe, it just strictly stays on the tongue. It doesn't follow it, doesn't go down the back of your throat, doesn't hit the back of your throat, doesn't hit the pit of your stomach, doesn't, do that Kentucky hug and hug you like all the way around. It doesn't warm you up from the inside.
Well, I beg to differ. So for me, it is like, it is nice and kind of sweet on the tongue. And then whenever I swallow, there is nothing at first, but in a few seconds, there's like a little bit of like heat that'll kind of come out of it a little bit, especially if you haven't drank anything for the day and it's the first thing you're drinking. And then you'll feel like your chest warm up. It's not like it gets hot. It's not that it burns. You'll just start to feel the warmth of it for me. Well, that's how I feel.
If I feel it anywhere, it's at the pit of my stomach.
No, normally I would, but this one I literally feel like it warming my chest up. Feel my chest getting a little warm there.
A lot of chest warmers, and this ain't one of them.
No, there's ones that put hair on your chest. This is just it's like a Vicks vapor rub, Just kind of warm you up a little bit. Kind of help you breathe.
All right. It's a very nice sipper, though. I think that putting an ice cube or a droplet of water in it would actually just mask the flavors that it has going for it. It would dilute it too much at that point. Because this does come from 3 separate barrels to create the product that they want. It's got a lot going on, but I do have to say between their Black Label and their regular, I honestly prefer their regular over this one. I definitely usually prefer the higher proofages. So that's just a me thing. But I don't get that heat sensation, that burning sensation that you mentioned, and
I do.
It literally just all stays on my palate and doesn't go anywhere. But again, you get that slight subtle sweetness, and you get that nice singe, and then you get like this. You get like a good amount of the charredness from the barrel. Not the barrel itself, but the charredness.
Is it too loud for you?
A little, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Well, I don't know how your mic works, so I don't know if that would be like over blaring my voice there.
No, I'm checking it down here. Because when we talk, we're in the yellow. When the music was on, it's like halfway in the green.
I see you talking. Look at that. I'm talking right now, and I'm in the green.
Yeah, and also because we're talking really low right now. But when you were talking, describing shit, it's in the yellow.
All right, I'm just messing with you. Whatever. So yeah, Stellum, you gotta rate it.
Oh, this is the fun part. So what we're gonna do? Rate it like between like 1 to 10. Rate it 1 out of 10.
Yeah, let's do a 1 out of 10. Let's do a 1 out of 10.
Are we just gonna do overalls for now?
Yeah, let's just do overalls.
All right, so overall, I would probably give this Stellum. I'd probably give this one like a 7 out of 10. It's a solid 7. It's really good. It's really smooth. It's not bad on the price.
Oh, yes, please do let me include that. Well, no, that's a damn lie. It is bad on the price. This Black Label here, $100 a bottle.
There's so much shit that is so worse.
Oh, that is true. That's
That's
tried,
either cheaper and or more expensive.
I've tried $250 bottles and been like, I've tried over $1,000 bottles. Like, y'all don't. Yeah. Okay. Touche.
So
Touche.
I don't think it's too bad spending $100 on this kind of bottle, especially because most of the things that we're gonna be drinking and showing off is probably gonna be more than 100 proof. 100 proof or more for sure. The best one's New Riff. Just so y'all know, you're gonna know it here. You're gonna know it now. New Riff is the best one. You heard it here first.
Okay. Anyways, I have to say for $100 bottle, I would never pay $100 again for this bottle. I would never do it. Now, if you were to tell me this was a $60, $70 bottle, all right, all day, any day, but $100, no. Like, I know a lot of good $30 and $40 bottles that are even better than this, so I could not bring myself to do this again, but it was worth the shot, and I didn't care to spend it because it was such a limited release. Yeah, I'll buy the rye one next, and I know it's better than this one because I have already got to have the pleasure of sampling it. So as long as my taste buds didn't trick me then, then that one's got to be phenomenal too. But yeah, that was delicious, and if you all ever get an opportunity to sample the Black Label Stellum, you should definitely give it a shot.
Now, what would you rate it? I gave it a 7 out of 10. What would you rate it?
If I throw the price and everything into the point there, I would honestly...
Don't worry about the price.
Oh, just strictly taste?
Yeah.
Just strictly taste.
Yeah, we're going strictly taste. Like, what would you rate it?
I go a 6.
You're gonna 6?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a 6. It lacked, I mean, it has a good amount of flavors going on, but like I said, it's lacking compared to its other counterpart. So that was a little disheartening. Usually whenever something ages longer, it helps influence the flavors a lot more. This one did not. It depreciated the value of the flavors to me, and that was kind of unforgiving for the price point going up. But I mean, it's still a good one through and through, and I've had a shit ton worse. So I'm sorry, wasn't I allowed to say that word?
What, shit? That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I've had a lot that was a lot worse though. So it just, this one's definitely, it's not terrible.
Let me get this
but
straight. We're sitting here drinking alcohol, and you're worried about cussing?
Well, yeah. I mean, we can drink alcohol online, but can we cuss online? I mean, there's a lot of people who are like, meh.
Well, I also have it to where, and they know it's supposed to be adult content.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a thing. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little, whenever it comes to, technology. What's that saying?
Which that's a whole other subject. But I think it's going to conclude the first episode that we have for this new Stellum. Well, for the Black Label Stellum.
Black Label.
We'll definitely have more coming. Don't worry. There's a lot of bourbon we got to go through.
We have a plethora for everyone to try and know about. But we definitely do look forward to taking you all through the tasting notes. And until next time, ja matane.
Peace.